Do you have LADWP? Have you ever wondered what your post-solar bill should look like? Most people don't know what to expect, or they assume that they'll no longer get anything from the power company. That's not exactly the case. Plus, if you have LADWP, there are a few other things that you should be aware of, and we'll cover all of that in this video. Hi, I'm Tom with Premier Roof Solar. I've been helping homeowners save money on their power bills for the last 5 years with renewable energy. And my goal is to educate and empower homeowners like you so that you can make the best decision for your unique situation. Today we're talking about what to expect once you have solar and your electricity company is Los Angeles Water and Power. Let's jump ahead to the last phase of the project, what we in the industry call PTO, aka permission to operate. When you get PTO, that means that LADWP has installed a solar-ready meter on your home and has approved the system to be activated. Normally, there isn't anything you have to do, like a switch you have to turn on or anything like that. They're just letting you know that your system is now live and it's going to start reflecting in your bill. With LADWP, the bill cycles are 2 months, typically ranging between 58 to 62 days. Whenever your system is approved and activated, it's hardly ever on the bill cycle date. This means that you'll have a partial pre-solar bill and a partial post-solar bill. So you'll still have some usage charges. Not until the following bill cycle will you have the full benefits of an activated system for that particular bill cycle. Depending on when in the year your system is activated, this may or may not mean that the first full cycle with solar will have zero usage. Depending on how your system was sized compared to your usage or your consumption, and if it's during the part of the year when you're overproducing, then yes, you'll have no usage charges. Otherwise, you'll likely have some charges, but it'll be much lower than before if you compare it to the previous year in the same month. And once you start overproducing, you'll then always have no usage charges. Again, if your system was sized correctly and you're staying within what the system was designed to produce, which ideally is equal or greater than what your historical usage is. In other words, depending on the time of year and what type of heating and cooling system you have and other major electricity consumers you have, you may or may not have a zero electricity bill from LADWP within the first couple of bill cycles. But as you build up overproduction throughout the year, you'll even out once you get to the underproduction months, meaning that the overproduction will balance out when you're underproducing. So those credits that you've been building up will apply when you don't have enough production. Let's take a look at what overproduction looks like on the bill. Once your solar system's active on the following bill cycle, at the bottom of the electricity page, you'll see this right here, the net energy metering bank. Once you have overproduction, you'll see some credits building up here. And this is what your post-solar bill looks like. You'll see some usage, which is typically at night when your solar is no longer producing, and then the credits that are being applied to that. It's not going to show the full production of the system because whatever you're using from it during the day is not going to reflect in the bill. Where you would find that is within the app that you get from your solar company showing you how much the system is producing. So again, here's your kilowatt hours, here's your NEM bank, and again, these credits never expire with LADWP. That means that they'll never pay you money or send you a check for it, but at some point you'll eventually use these credits. The only way you'll lose these credits is if you move from your home or you change the name on the bill. So that's why you don't want to overproduce by a ton. You want to stay within what you've been using, maybe a little bit more just in case to have like a bit of a buffer, but you don't want to grossly overproduce because you're not going to get a benefit from it. It's also important to be aware of the time of use. Before you go solar, most people are on a tiered billing plan. Once you go solar, you get put on a time of use plan. So if we go to the LADWP website, you can see here the R1A standard residential rate. This is what most people are on when they don't have solar. You see the different tiers, tier 1, 2, and 3. And you can actually kind of see here how they increase this over time. So here's 2023, starts at 18 cents, jumps up to 20 cents by the end of the year. Now in 2024, it looks like it goes down to 19 cents, but if you compare it to the same time last year, it's higher. And then if the trend continues, this July to December is going to be even higher than this 20 cents that you see down here for the tier 1. Obviously tier 2 and tier 3 are higher than that. And here it is with time of use. So there's a base, a low peak, and a high peak. On the bill, you'll see that again here. Base, low peak, high peak. And it's also important to know when the time of use hours are. So the base hours are from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The high peak is between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. So the power companies can change this whenever they feel like it, but this is what it is right now in 2024. Now, the other thing to be aware of is the service access charge. So while they put you on time of use, by default, you're still going to be getting this minimum charge of $20 every bill cycle. With taxes, it's $22, and that doesn't get credited by the solar. But if you switch it to a full time of use, then it will get credited. And that's why you see total electricity charges on this one at 0, because the service charge is actually being credited by the solar. So to get the full benefit, you want to switch to rate B, time of use service. And where you would do that is if you go to the LADWP website, you can just Google LADWP rates. It'll take you to this page. And on this page, there's a time of use application. That's going to make me log in. Yeah. But once you log in, it'll have an area for you to go and do that. I'm going to log in really quick and then jump ahead. And there you have it right here, time of use request. So you would click on that. Even once you do that, if you don't see a change within the next bill cycle or two, and you're still seeing the $20 charge, you're gonna wanna call them. They'll send you to a 213 number. No one really ever answers that phone number, but leave them a message, email them. Sometimes you have to hound them to make sure they change this. And they're pretty good about crediting it as long as you stay on top of them. That way, you're not still paying this $20 every bill cycle. So I've mentioned it in other videos that I got solar before I worked in the industry, and I didn't know about this. No one told me about this until I started working in the industry. I found out about it, and then I submitted the application to get that. I could have saved even more money by not paying those $20 every bill cycle. So now that you have an idea as to what to expect once you get solar, what do you think? Do you want to see if solar makes sense for you? If you do, click on the link below to book a call or check out our next video.